Okay, so here are the ingredients we are going to need for the sloppy joes. You're going to need some ground beef, some green bell peppers, brown sugar, onion, garlic and onion powder, mustard, and ketchup. So the first thing I am getting ready to do is cook the ground beef, and I'm going to cook it till it's no longer pink. And if there's any excess fat, I will be draining that. You can use a 90-10 if you preferred. I did not have that on hand at the time. You can also in this recipe use multicolored peppers. You don't have to use green as well. Wanted to make mention of that. It's your preference. Okay, so while the ground beef is cooking, I am getting ready and prepping my onion, and I'll be prepping the pepper next. So I'm just going to get this diced into small pieces so that way it'll cook better in the ground beef and faster too as well. And you can do all this prep work ahead of time. You don't have to do it the day of. I just did it the day of, but this actually is also a good freezer meal if you ever want to do a quick freezer meal. This is great for freezing. Okay, so the next thing I'll be doing will be the green peppers, and it's fairly easy. Like I said, you don't have to use green peppers. You could use multicolored peppers as well. So here I'm just going to clean the peppers and try to utilize all the pepper, including the top piece. And I didn't do that before, but recently I just started doing that. I don't know why I never did, but I'm learning to not throw as much away as I can use. So I use the top part of the bell pepper as well. But you can cut the pieces into any size you want. I'm just doing it in chunk form. It's fine because they do eventually just they shrink a little bit, but not that much. But the flavor from them is great when it comes to this recipe. And again, you can use whatever peppers you want. You could even probably throw in a jalapeno at this point as well if that is your preference. My family is not into that type of heat, so I do not use jalapenos in my cooking that much. And you can see my knife skills are not that great, and my cuts are not even. Some are big, some are small, but it's all good. Don't need to be a professional to make a good home cooked meal. Okay, so now I'm going to add in my green peppers and my onions to the meat, and you can see the meat is cooked, pretty much done. So I'm going to mix this in, and before I drain it, I'm going to let the green peppers and the onions soften a little bit in this mixture, and then I will drain the excess grease off. It was smelling amazing at this point. I love the green green peppers and onions in ground beef. It just smells so good. So you probably cook this for another 5-10 minutes, if that, just until your meat is 100% cooked and your bell peppers and onions are slightly softened. So I finally drained all the grease off and everything. So this is what it looks like now. You can see the bell peppers and onions are softened. So now I'm going to add in my seasoning, which is the garlic and onion powder. And all the measurements are at the beginning of this video. The full recipe is linked right at the beginning of this video. Give that a good stir. Make sure everything is incorporated good because you want all the flavors to have been spread throughout the dish. Then I'm adding in the brown sugar and make sure that you mix this well in. And you could probably omit the brown sugar and substitute it for something else. I always use brown sugar, so maybe if you wanted, you could use a lighter brown sugar. Um, if you're on a diet, maybe you could follow whatever your diet is for the brown sugar. But this is all I know, and I don't know any really good substitutions for brown sugar. Okay, so now the mustard's going to come in, and then you're going to see the ketchup as well. It's really not that much mustard, and you really can't taste it, but it does give it that little bite that the dish needs. And just make sure you mix everything as you put the ingredients in very well, so that way it goes throughout the whole dish. And at this point, my family is like, when is dinner going to be done? Because they were smelling that I'm making sloppy joes. So there goes the ketchup. It's a fairly easy recipe. This is great for after work if you're a working parent or person. This is great to come home and quickly make. It takes about 30 minutes total to make. And like I said, you could actually prep all the vegetables ahead of time and just one, two, three, it'll be done. So you're going to want to stir this in a minute. I think I was running out of ketchup and I was having a hard time getting the ketchup out of the bottle. That's what's taking me so long. Trying to squeeze all I can out the bottle. Okay, so just give this a good stir. Make sure that all the ingredients now are incorporated very well. You want to coat the meat very well with the ketchup and the mustard and the brown sugar, so that way every bite is even with all the flavors. And this dish is actually done at this point. You can start getting ready and get your plates out and serve it with something on the side. But this is it. The dish is 1, 2, 3 easy. Oh, and you can substitute the ground beef for turkey or chicken if that is your preference. You do not have to use ground beef if if that is not what you want to eat. That is another substitution you can do as well. Still trying to get that ketchup out. Not a big fan of those squeeze bottle ketchups. They don't always give me all of the last drop of the ketchup. I don't know. It gets frustrating when you're trying to do cooking real quick and you can't get the ketchup to come out. Doesn't that look so yummy? It smells great. And this is the final product. We had it with a salad, but you can have it with whatever you want. Thanks for watching, and I hope you subscribe, like the channel, and visit my blog site, ruthiecancook.com, and it has a whole bunch of recipes, including this one as well. And thanks for stopping by, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.